I get a lot of questions about the two laptops that I have. So this right here is my main laptop. I run Virtual DJ 2021 on both of them. This is Asus and this is a Razer laptop. This one's a little newer, but this is kind of like my workhorse. Love this computer. So they both have independent hard drives, which are stored inside the console in these little cubbies. They also each have a memory stick in each, so in case the hard drive goes bad, I can have the essential music on here. And then obviously we have storage space on the laptops. I am playing off of laptop, this is B. So on my controller, here's B, and then over here, this is B. So obviously these decks correspond with this laptop. So now if I come over and I hit A, now this laptop is going to be active. You can see the cue points change. See that? With the touch of a button. So if this laptop goes down, I literally hit that button and I swap over to my secondary laptop. You got to have options, but I like that redundancy. So that is my dual laptop setup with the ROLAND 707M. This is the most popular song tonight. You can see I am party girled out. I got my Ren and Stimpy shirt on. I got my Sperry comfy shoes. Like, we've been cleaning up for a while here, and this is the point I wanted to make. They are still using the photo booth, and I'm so happy they're using it. Like, they're having the time of their life. I'm not going to interrupt them. I'll clean this up last. This has brought so much joy to this event. I don't think I've been at an event where they took more pictures than this. So this is the guest book. You can see that they're having a great time with the digital guest book, and they're just really enjoying the photo booth. So anyone who's looking for an easy, no fuss upsell with the PB backdrop, it's phenomenal. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to, oh my God, I just fixed my hair. Cleaning up and everything, but I just wanted to kind of just proof is in the pudding, man. Originally, this video segment right now wasn't going to be part of the gig log, but since I posted this video on other platforms like Facebook and Instagram, I had some comments that I wanted to address directly. I have a few minutes, I'm sitting in the car, I got some errands to run, so I figured this would be a good time just to have a quick little chat. So what I wanted to have a chat about is the comments that I saw regarding my dual laptop setup and the fact that I choose to use a PC-based laptop to DJ with over something like a MacBook Pro. So to be clear, this is not going to be a Mac versus PC debate. So in plain black and white English, both types of laptops are amazing to DJ with. They're both compatible with all professional DJ software out there. So from Serato to Virtual DJ to Tractor, they work great. In fact, I don't even get caught up in the name brand thing. To me, what matters is what's on the inside, such as RAM, processing power, hard drive space, graphics cards, things like that. So I don't really get caught up in what people use as long as it's a good quality machine that's well maintained and they know how to troubleshoot it and use it. Now, I've been a PC-based DJ for about 15 years now, specifically with gaming computers. I am comfortable with a Windows-based operating system. I've had little to no problems with them over the years, but as we know, nothing is perfect and all technology has the potential to fail. So this brings me to my point. So specifically, when I released this video on these other platforms, I had several individuals say things like, well, if you were using a MacBook Pro, you wouldn't need two Windows laptops. Or real DJs use MacBook Pros. Or Windows are very unreliable. Once you go Mac, you never look back, kind of a thing. And I normally don't curse on my channel, but I want to call bullshit. And here's the problem that I have with these kind of comments. So number one, it's just not true, right? I've been DJing successfully for almost 20 years with a PC-based laptop. So that's definitely just not true. Successfully, you don't need a MacBook Pro to be a real DJ. The other concept that I really wanted to discuss is, well, if you have a MacBook Pro, you wouldn't need 2 laptops or you wouldn't need a backup. That is an extremely dangerous mentality to have when you are so loyal to a brand that you think it can't fail. It's not true, and it's not smart. I am on Facebook groups a lot, and I peruse social media all the time, and I've absolutely seen comments and posts and videos of people's MacBook Pros failing. Just how people can have problems with Windows laptops, guess what? The same thing can happen with a Mac-based laptop. No technology is impervious to it failing. I don't care if it's a speaker, a laptop, a pair of headphones, photo boost software, iPads, Android phones, I don't care what it is. If it's electronic, it can have a problem. So to put all your eggs in one basket, I think it's silly. To think that a particular brand you use is above needing a plan B, I think that is also silly. It's kind of arrogant and it's ignorant. And let's be real here. When you are dealing with once in a lifetime events, now, obviously I care about all my events, but there's a big difference between a backyard 4th of July barbecue, where there's gonna be another 4th of July next year, and somebody's wedding day, or somebody's sweet 16, or somebody's quinceanera, like these really stressful, once in a lifetime events. You just need your stuff to work. And God forbid if it doesn't, you have to know how to make it work. So these comments they really were kind of off-putting, and I know they kind of came from a good place, and DJs will always defend what they use, right? I mean, they spent their hard-earned money on it. It's what they're comfortable with. It kind of represents their business and how they do things. So I get it, but to spread that type of misinformation and just bad advice, it's not smart, and I'm not about it. So I wanted to address it head on. So my tip is, regardless of what you use, again, whether it's PC or a MacBook Pro, you should always have a plan B, because anything can fail at any time. Which brings me to my second point. Yes, a lot of DJs have backups, but I see, again, in a lot of comments, oh, well, I have an iPhone with a couple mixes on it, or, their cocktail hour list, and that's fine. Guess what? I have the same thing. I have backup music on my cell phone, as well as a 1 terabyte iPad. I even have a little Hercules Starlight DJ controller, so that if my main controller craps out, I have something to still DJ with, because I want that tactile feel of actually having, a play, pause, volume fader, a filter knob, like something to actually DJ with. So when you're thinking of a backup, the reason why my main solution is just literally having another laptop right there is because I don't want to use a backup that's going to compromise my performance. The point of a backup is not just to have the show go on, meaning you just don't have dead blank air or no sound, but the client is paying you for a service and an experience. And can you really give them a great wedding reception or a great party with just using a Spotify playlist on an iPhone? It might be okay, but you're not going to be your best. So when you're coming up with a plan B, which you should always have, ask yourself, if I had to perform using this all night, how comfortable would I be, and how good of a performance would I actually be able to deliver? And if your performance is going to suffer because you're literally just using auto fade or just tapping songs in a playlist, you might rethink your plan B option. So that's where I'm coming from. At the end of the day, I just want people to be successful, rock their events, and deliver on the promises they made to their clients. So I'm coming up on a 6-minute rant. So here is where I'm gonna just kind of end this video. Thank you so much for checking out this video, subscribing to the channel. Always grateful to have you here. I wish you guys a great rest of your event season. I know in Connecticut, man, we are jamming. It is like the perfect weather now. Beginning of fall is when you kind of have warm days, cool nights. The leaves are starting to turn. So some of my favorite, most beautiful events are happening right now. So I'm looking forward to finishing out my wedding season with a bang. So with that, everyone, please stay safe, stay well, and as always, happy mixing.